You are now tuned in to the 411 for your fantasy football with your host, Autumn Wind Williams.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, Autumn Wind Williams, and this is the 411 for your fantasy football for week 9 on Draftkings, Fanduel, and Yahoo. I'm providing you guys a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, and defense that I'm putting in my main lineup, and hopefully it win all of us a lot of money. I'm just ready for some football. I'm tired of politics all damn week long. But I'm happy I don't have to wear my "That's Not My President" t-shirt that I've been wearing the last 4 years. Thanks to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I wanted better candidates, but hey, it is what it is. We got the orange out the White House. So, well, at least in January. But anyway, moving on to some football. I'm just going to start it off right now with my quarterback. We got to get to business. I'm making this video late, and I got to make hella lineups. So I'm starting off with quarterback Deshaun Watson from the Houston Texans going against the Jacksonville Jaguars. He completed 29 of 39 passes before the bye. They got him 309 yards with 2 touchdowns in week 7 versus the Packers. He also got rushing yards. He rushed 7 times for 38 yards. So, you got that mobility going against the Jaguars. I don't think the defense can really hold up in this game. Let's look at the totals, implied totals for this. Okay, we see 28.75 is what the implied total opened for the Houston Texans. Jacksonville Jaguars opened at 22.25. Right now, live, it dropped for both teams. Houston is at 28.25 and Jaguars is at 21.75. I'm expecting that game to go over, though. I don't think Jaguars really have a chance. They're playing a new quarterback too. They're not playing Minshew. Let me check and see, what is that guy name? Is it Luton? Luton? Let me double check right now. I mean, if you want to give that guy a try, yeah, his name is Luton, Mike Luton. You want to give him a try in your lineups. He's only 4,900 on Draftkings. He might be a good quarterback. Don't know at all. But that's who I'm going to have is Deshaun Watson. But one thing I know about that game that I am going to have is a game stack, and I'm going to bring it back with the Jacksonville Jaguars running back, because when you get those new rookie quarterbacks that they got to get their feet wet on the field a little bit before they feel comfortable throwing a rock deep. They're going to rely on the running back or maybe they tight end. I think it's going to be the running back because Jaguars already been utilizing my boy. This is the one I've been hyping up all year, and now everybody knows him. Everybody put him in their lineups. Everybody requested a trade for him in dynasty leagues. In their best ball, they got them all in their lineup now. I'm talking about James Robinson, Jacksonville Jaguars running back. He recorded 22 carries for 119 yards for 1 touchdown. He got 4. He caught 4 of the 6 targets for 18 yards, and that was against the Chargers last week. He is an awesome running back. Undrafted free agent at that. Nobody knew his name. I remember day before Dynasty Draft hit, I'm up late researching, like, okay, I gotta get this running back, that running back, this running back. A couple of the running backs I wanted, didn't get them. But luckily I kept doing my research for deep end guys. Looking at the undrafted free agents that had the ability to be starters, and I came up with this guy. Just a diamond in the rough, James Robinson. Just look at the numbers; he's been consistent, man. Last week he got week 7, they had a bye too, so both teams coming back from a bye. Week 7 he got 34.7 Draftkings points. Week before that 15.3. He had a little bit of slump in week 5, but he still got double digits, 11 fantasy points, 14.7 in week 4, 30.9 week 3, 24 fantasy points week 1. And first game he got double digits, only 10 fantasy points, but my point is this guy is averaging 20.1 fantasy points, and right now he got 481 yards for the season. He's an awesome guy, man, and I feel like they're going to be looking at him a lot, knowing that they got a rookie quarterback out there that really have to get used to being on the field, playing at a NFL level. He might not be ready, so he's going to rely on handing off the ball and doing check downs to James Robinson. So that's why I have him selected as my number 1 running back in my main lineup. Moving on to wide receiver, we stand in this game. Like I told you, I'm going to game stack it, and I'm going to get Brandon Cooks from the Houston Texans. Put him in there, pair him up with Deshaun Watson. Brandon Cooks, he got 7 receptions. He caught out of 9 targets in week 7 for 60 yards versus the Packers, and I think he's just going to get more targets, man. They're going to, what the industry say, pepper him with targets. It tickles me every time I hear somebody say that, peppering with targets. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. He's going to get peppered. He's going to definitely get a lot of passes thrown from Deshaun Watson, and let's just see what type of fantasy numbers he's been putting up. Let's open this up right now. Okay, 13 week 7, 21.8 week 6, 33.1 week 5, zilch week 4. He only got 3 targets that day. Week 3, 5.3. Week 2, 14.5. Week 1, 4 points. So averaging 13.1 fantasy points. I don't think he's going to put up a dud. Not against the Jaguars. I'm going to take my chances on him. You know, he had that hot, cold moment, but I think right now, you know, he's starting to gel. And Deshaun Watson is starting to gel with him too. You know, he's newly on the team. So, you know, he became a Texan over the offseason. And, you know, sometimes when you go into a new team, you're not going to gel that quick with the quarterback. But I feel like he's been on the Houston Texans team now to know the playbook quite well. And Deshaun Watson is starting to be able to rely on him to get the targets now. And he's coming through and making a major impact. So yeah, I'm gonna have Brandon Cooks in my lineup, my main lineup for week 9. Moving on to tight end, I have Evan Ingram of the New York Giants going against the Washington football team. Now he's gonna get peppered with targets, of course peppered. But anyway, he caught 5 10 targets for 61 yards on Monday Night Football versus the Buccaneers. That was more of an impressive game to me than I thought it would be this past Monday. I thought it was really going to suck. I thought it was going to be a shit show, really, to be honest with you. But it was an okay game. I can say it was some good entertainment for Monday night. It wasn't a shit show. New York Giants, Tampa Bay Bucks, they did alright. They made me feel like I paid my money's worth on my cable bill for the day. But yeah, Evan Ingram, I'm going to play him at my tight end. Let me see what the numbers is versus tight ends in a Washington football team. Let me check the stats on there right now. So I didn't write up anything today, man. Like I said, I moved last week, right? You guys know that. And this was my first off day to really dig in all of these boxes and nail things to the wall, and I got new furniture that I had to put together. So I pretty much just did my own research and chillaxed and ate and did the homemaking thing, the home improvement thing. So yeah, I didn't write anything up today, but yeah, let me type in, see what's going on. Tight ends versus defense 2020. Let's pull up these numbers. I think they're real low. I don't think they've been handling the tight end that well. But let's double check to be sure on that. Because I think Evan Ingram is going to be a decent play at tight end. Because if you can't pay up for Kelsey or anything like that, man, you hurting. I mean, Mark Andrews is kind of cheap, though. I'm just saying. I was thinking about Mark Andrews, but it doesn't correlate the way that I'm trying to build this lineup. I might play, well, I'm going to play some other lineups and get a Mark Andrews and a Lamar Jackson stack going on. But with this one, it's not working. But I'm looking at tight ends versus a football team this year. They ranked 24 out of 32 teams. So, yeah, Evan Ingram, like I thought, my hypothesis thought, it is a good play to put in my main lineup. Let's see, they're averaging, tight ends is averaging 9.29 fantasy points versus the tight end against the Washington football team. So, yeah, decent play. It's not a Kelsey or nothing like that, but hey, you never know. He might put up slate-breaking numbers that pass every last tight end, including Kelsey. So, yeah, that's who I have. Evan Ingram versus the Washington football team for the New York Jets tight end. And very last but not least, record-breaking pricings. I'm telling you, the defense. Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, I had to find some kind of way to put Pittsburgh Steelers defense because they're 4,900 on Draftkings, man. You know, they're expensive on all the sites, but I just can't believe it, man. 4,900, that's a lot. That's a lot. But it's going to make my lineup a little bit more contrarian because I'm paying up on a defense that a lot of people don't want to pay up for because they are on the road. So, you know, it can happen to where they don't show out. But hey, they're going against Dallas Cowboys on the road. I don't care if they're on the road against Dallas Cowboys. Have you been watching the Cowboys play lately? They don't look like them boys. Them boys that we remember like way back. They don't even look like them boys from last year or 2 years ago. They look like the New York Jets dressed in white and blue. Man, they got a rookie quarterback coming out there again. A different, well, I think he's a rookie. Let me see, what's his name? Gilbert. I ain't even heard of this guy. But he's expected to start for week 9. And I think what's going to happen, he going to go out there and stink. And then they're going to have Cooper Rush go out there and sink. I don't wish injuries on no players. But I wouldn't be surprised if one of them get injured. I hope not. I'd rather see them compete and get their ass kicked at the same time. So, Pittsburgh Steelers, I expect them to put a hurting. You know, this is kind of like an old school match too. Steelers versus Cowboys. And, you know, I just think this is it's going to be a slaughter, man. Damn, I ain't used that word in years. Slaughter. But yeah, it's going to be a slaughter. Pittsburgh Steelers going, man, they going to beat him like Biden beating Trump. Brutally. So that's what I have for you guys for this week, week 9, for the 411. And this is Deshaun Watson, Houston Texans quarterback, against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Running it back with the running back, James Robinson, Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Houston Texans. Stacking it with the quarterback, Brandon Cooks of the Houston Texans at wide receiver versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then I'm taking Evan Ingram from the New York Jets as my tight end versus Washington football team. And the Steelers at defense, you best believe, versus the Cowboys. Them boys. Man, they playing like them girls. They ain't even got Ezekiel Elliott playing tomorrow. What they gonna do? Poor Jerry Jones. Well, anyway, I hope you guys win a lot of money. I wish you a lot of success. Stay safe and blessed. This is Adam Wynn Williams for the 411. Hey, don't forget, like, subscribe, dislike, click the bell icon so you know the next time I'm making a video on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter at the 411 DFS. I am out, y'all. Time for some fantasy goodness. Peace.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the 411 Podcast. Now get ready to make that money. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter at the 411 DFS.